Welcome to Conversations in the South Office.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, how you doing, Craig?
Good. We are joined today by Brock Wood, Director of Trade Show Operations for Airways Freight.
Hello.
We'll talk just real quick first about Covid-19, the subject that's on everybody's mind right now. It's all over the news. We're experiencing the same lull in business that a lot of companies are experiencing right now due to it. Brock, being the head of our trade show department, the exhibit industry is one of the most heaviest hit and impacted by this, but we are doing our best here at Airways to fill in the gaps with other shipping-related needs for PPE, medical equipment, relief supplies. That kind of commodity being shipped is increasing with us. So we are still going full steam and ready for anything.
So I actually got an email from LinkedIn asking us to give our feedback on how the COVID-19 is affecting our business.
Yeah. It does affect it, but we have such a healthy company here at Airways and long tenureship of employees that they know how to deal with these situations. And as a company, we have taken some steps to, practice social distancing and as well as our customers thinking outside the box and shipping maybe products that aren't right in their wheelhouse all the time.
Right.
But you have to kind of be fluid and make those transitions and find another niche that you can fill to be healthy through times like this.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa and I had this conversation in a previous podcast. We're both long-time Airways employees. We've seen the good and the bad. And Airways has such a strong foundation. We always weather whatever comes at us.
It's true.
Brock, how long have you been here?
This will be my 14th year on August 31st.
It flew by, didn't it?
Oh my gosh. I was looking back at my timeline and kind of looking back thinking back the other day of where I've been and things I've done along the way.
Yeah.
And starting on nights and jumping over to the truckload division, working with Craig and Shane, and then my stint in the domestic operations, and now into trade shows. So it's been a great 14 years. I can't imagine myself being anywhere else.
I'd say you're pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
You're trying to be
on just about every department.
So
we'll talk a little bit now about ConExpo, the most recent show that Airways was involved in Las Vegas, and Brock will take it from there.
Yeah, ConExpo, it's a large construction and an agriculture show, hence the name ConAg. It happens every 3 years in Las Vegas. It's the largest show in North America. In and outbound of the show, we handled roughly 400 to 450 shipments. We were the official international carrier for the show, and coincidentally, we got a lot of domestic freight out of it too. So we had about 14 people on site for a little under a month, and they worked long hours and long days, sometimes clocking up to 7 miles on their pedometer.
Wow.
So I think they all know to take a good pair of tennis shoes out there when they go to that show. They're going to be moving around. So.
And this show broke right about the time the hysteria was hitting with coronavirus. Yeah. So it was a weird situation where we really had to react and do what was ever necessary for the exhibitors to make their show a success.
Absolutely.
And with all the weird circumstances, I think it was a success. We did our very best. We performed. We brought in freight from all corners of the globe. Brock knows all about the domestic freight, but our international division brought in goods for this expo from roughly 20 different countries. Turkey, Germany, Korea, Italy, Sweden, India, to name just a few. So that just shows the scope of Airways' abilities and where all we're capable of shipping from and how big of a show this is.
Absolutely. We pride ourselves in being well-versed, shipping anything to anywhere you can get freight into. So we don't limit ourselves within the confines of the lower 48 and 50 states. It's just,
right.
Customer's need is a customer's need. So we do our best to accommodate the customer's needs any way, shape, or form.
Well, and there's all types of heavy excavating equipment, heavy machinery, and some stuff that doesn't look like it should be able to be transported. We make it happen. I know our international division got involved in one particular shipment that was over 100,000 pounds alone, It was a crane and additional equipment that came in from overseas. I know that Lisa's gathered some pictures to put on Facebook.
And I'll repost them so people can see what we're talking about.
Yeah, we encourage everybody to check out the social media to take a look at it. We shipped a 21-foot statue in that was part of decoration for the show management company. And all in all, I think the show was a success. We had a lot of things that were hurdles to jump over, but we did.
Yeah, the show statue, to expand a little bit upon that was kind of our foothold into the show. Way back when they had these two huge statues that stand outside the show entrance, and for some reason or another, nobody else could move them. And I recently heard a story of when we went to visit our partners at AEM up in Milwaukee. They were looking for somebody to do it, and just happened to call our sales agent Rick Lowry, and he, without even seeing the statues, he said, "Let's do it.
Yeah,
we'll make it happen."
Because he knew us, he knew what we could do, so he said yes.
And that's created a great relationship with us and AEM, and got us our foot in the door there. It's been a fantastic relationship ever since.
That's how we gained so many customers, by them bringing to us something that no one else could do, and then boom, we've got a customer. ConExpo was a success, and like Brock said, hundreds of shipments, domestic and international, in and out. But it's just one major event that we've now completed, and now we're gearing up for hopefully a resurgence for the fall season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this thing's going to pass. Business will get back to normal, and we're really looking forward to speaking with the customers again and servicing their needs. Just in July and August, we have the gift shows that'll be starting up. We've got another huge international show in September in Las Vegas, ConExpo, which we're actually having to hold a lot of, having the same kind of equipment, but it's just for the mining industry. So we're looking for a great turnout at that show. I think 2016 SHIP said that they had 800,000 square feet of booth space represented from companies all over the world. So that's another great fall show we're looking forward to. Of course, yearly shows we're looking for the same schedule and the same shows we do every year to key back up and really get back to business.
Right. This is all temporary. We're experiencing a lull right now. Everyone's experiencing a lull right now. But we are geared up for business as usual right now, all through the summer, all through the fall. We've got some big shows on the horizon. So we're full staff here and ready for business.
Yeah, and we can kind of harken back to our roots during this time and really see that our owners have set up this company to be a great company to weather storms like this. And we did it with 9/11, we did it with the market crash, and we're here for our customers, and we're here to move freight.
Well, our customers are branching out as much as they can. They're producing things that they may not normally produce. Our sales agents are doing their best to sell additional services to these companies that are stretching beyond their boundaries. We're shipping some PPE equipment, some medical equipment, some hand sanitizers, some of those kind of commodities. And we're currently experiencing extremely low fuel costs right now, which is very out of the norm for the coming summer. But that's helping us to negotiate the best rates we can and try and bring economical solutions to these customers. We also got truck capacities at an all-time high. There's a lot of carriers out there with capacity, so we're able to say yes to almost any need and negotiate aggressive pricing. And we're just encourage the customers and the sales agent to bring us any and every opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, we're seeing. I mean, on the less than truckload side, we do a lot of hot shots, sprinter van straight trucks, and I was just talking to another department this morning, and they've seen these rates just fall so low because drivers are trying to stay busy, and they have to keep moving.
Right.
So they're being competitive, we're being competitive, and I think that's what you have to do in times like this, and keep busy, stay price competitive, and keep serving your customers' needs.
And know that this will pass.
Stay positive.
Stay positive.
And wash your
Yes.
hands.
Yes.
Social distance. And wear your mask.
That's right.
Well, that concludes our podcast edition of Conversations in the South Office. Craig and I would like to thank Brock Wood for joining us today. And if you want to learn more about Airways Freight, feel free to visit our website at www.airwaysfreight.com. Or you can check us out on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also catch our podcast on Spotify or YouTube. Be safe, and thanks for listening. Bye. The views and opinions on this podcast are solely those of the host and guests of Conversations in the South Office podcast. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of Airways Freight, management and staff, or any and all contributors to this podcast. Conversations in the South Office is brought to you by Airways Freight, where we're delivering more than performance.